Do you believe that the only way you're going to be successful in your business is to work harder than ever before, harder than you were working before in your full-time job, and harder than everybody else? My name is Anna Lundberg. I'm the founder of One Step Outside, author of Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, and host of the Reimagining Success podcast. And I think there's this stereotype, this belief in the entrepreneurial hustle that's perpetuated by people like Elon Musk, who doesn't sleep, Gary Vaynerchuk, who has the hustle and is working his face off or whatever else he says, and of course all the social media quotes, the inspirational quotes around, hey, an entrepreneur is someone who works 100 hours for themselves so they don't have to work 40 hours for someone else, CEOs who get up at 4 in the morning and whatever else that is. Now, I'm not saying it's not hard work, so let me put that out there. Certainly, if you're transitioning out of a full-time job, if you're juggling a side hustle, trying to get your business off the ground alongside a full-time job, then yes, you have your full-time job and you're adding something to your plate. However, hopefully that something is going to be really inspiring and motivating, and it's just a temporary phase that you're going through. And in fact, working on that business can often reinvigorate you, give that sense of purpose, and not feel like you're working that hard. So it is very hard to transition. It's going to require more hours, again, at least temporarily. It's going to require lots of inner work, mindset work on addressing your fears and building your confidence, as well as defining your business model, building your brand, etc., etc. What I am saying is that overworking should not be a badge of honor. We shouldn't celebrate being busy. I'm so busy, and hustling away and assuming that that is the way we're going to get results, because in fact, I believe it's the opposite. So even though it might feel like you have to hustle at the beginning, that's the only way you'll get results, and then once your business is successful, then you can take a step back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is you're going to create a successful business. Hooray! But that successful business is going to be built on hustle. So if you're building your business on really tough clients who aren't paying very much, who are being really demanding, you're blurring boundaries between work and play, so you're working evenings and holidays and you're accepting, every whim of the client and so on. If you're working late, if you're doing too much, then that is what your business is going to look like. That is what you're building into your business model. So it'll be a very successful, very stressful business. So as difficult as it is to set those boundaries early on, as difficult as it is when we're keen, if not desperate, for those first few clients to say no, to set those boundaries, that's what's going to set up the structures for the business that you want, and ultimately is going to make you more successful. The right clients are going to respect those boundaries. And I hear again and again, and I've experienced this myself, when you have a change in your circumstances, in my case, having a child, maybe in your case, just restricting the number of hours that you are working, you get so much more done, you're much more productive because you're focusing on the things that are actually making a difference. I've mentioned before that on average, an employee works 3 hours productively a day. So if we're doing those 3 hours 5 days a week, 15 hours, that's apparently as much anyway as the so-called 9 to 5er, the 40-hour work week is doing. So in fact, we don't have to work longer hours, and in fact, we shouldn't work longer hours in order to get more results. Certainly in our own business, there's no point in just sitting at our computer clocking in, because there's no boss watching us, there's no one who's going to admire us for working those long hours, and of course you get to set the culture for your own business. So working harder is not the answer. The only thing you'll succeed in then is building a business based on hustle, based on hard work. So of course the answer is to work smarter rather than harder. And I know it's a cliche, but that is the concept I guess we need to look at in order to work more productively, to focus on the right things, to set those boundaries, to say no, to outsource, to delegate, and so on. So if you're interested in exploring this, then you can join me as ever on the podcast. Search for Reimagining Success on your favourite podcast app. The new episode will be coming out on Thursday. And if you feel like you are building this hustle into your business, then please take a step back. I'd love to invite you for a call with me. If you go to onestepoutside.com/free consultation, onestepoutside.com/free consultation, we can talk through where you are at the moment, the business model you have right now, the strategy for getting clients, your marketing, whatever it is that we think is making this hustle for you, making it uncomfortable, making you have to work too much, too hard in order to get the results that you want. Then we can look at how we can reconfigure that to really work for you and for the business bottom line. So again, onestepoutside.com/free consultation, and I look forward to speaking to you. Bye for now.